and welcome to Ask a Legionary. I'm your host, Titus Suetonius Trajanus. Today we're going to answer a question about Pila and whether or not they were specifically designed to bend when they struck an enemy's shield or the ground. The answer is simple. We have found no evidence in our research to confirm this theory. There's no proof that the shafts were intentionally made of softer metal to bend. Although it is likely they could bend slightly, they probably were not specifically designed to do so. In fact, multiple tests on existing archaeological finds prove there is no difference in the metal on the shaft compared to the head. I'm going to bring in an example that we have here, that this is the shaft of the Pila and this is the triangular head, and the metal on all the existing finds is exactly the same, proving that this was not made of a softer metal on any of the existing archaeological finds that we have. To answer the second part of your question, it is our assumption that after a battle, all the Pila would have been collected. It is likely they would have been bent slightly, in which they would have been brought to the legion's blacksmiths. They would have been straightened and then redistributed to the troops. We are going to now look at the design and intention of the weapon. I'm going to turn to one of my sources to answer this more directly. The historian Vegatius tells us, as to missile weapons of the infantry, they were javelins headed with a triangular-shaped iron, 11 inches or a foot long, and were called Pila. When once fixed in the shield, it was impossible to draw them out, and when thrown with force and skill, they penetrated the cuirass without difficulty. I'm personally going to disagree with what he says about penetrating a cuirass, especially the ones worn by the Romans, which would have either been a lorica hamata that I'm wearing, the scaled armor, the lorica squamata, or a segmentata, which is the plated armor. But the enemies of Rome could have worn weaker cuirasses, and that was more likely what he was referring to. Now, when we look at the construction of a Pila, it indeed has the triangle-shaped tip, as spoken of by Vegatius, and a long, thin iron shaft. This would penetrate in making a greater hole of penetration, and then it would slide into the shield very easily, and then making it very hard to pull back out, which we demonstrated in experimental archaeology videos that we shot earlier. In conclusion, our belief is based on the evidence that we have that Pila were most effective from pretty close range. When thrown directly at an enemy in front of them, they could penetrate the shield and even the man behind them. I look forward to showing you the videos that we conducted earlier in experimental archaeology.
Food molitas. Egg molitas.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with others. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next episode.